Panic over markets could end in pain for Aussie mortgage buyers. Avalanche of rate rises and interest rates starting to rise. Over 300,000 mortgage borrowers are at serious risk of default.
Today, we're going to uncover every strategy you need to know to pay off your mortgage super fast, including one strategy that'll save you close to 5 years on your mortgage. So stay tuned.
Pay yourself first. So there's a lot of people that are very wealthy. Think about it for a moment. Sports stars, celebrity. Throughout their career, they make millions and millions of dollars, but end up broke. So the first tip we're going to look at is how to pay yourself first. So let's look at what Shaquille O'Neal has to say.
After he said, it ain't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. How many times we seen cats would get the bag with 100 and then they go blow it the same day. Now they got to get another 100. So he said, if you got $100, you save that. That's 50. He said, rich.
So Shaquille O'Neal is one of the wealthiest superstars with over $400 million in wealth, and his advice is pay yourself first. One of the easiest ways to do it is through the Barefoot Investors techniques, and that's a bucket, and Jane's going to explain that in a moment. But I think firstly, you've got to start small. So I know a lot of people, even saving 1% of their income is quite hard. So what is the bucket technique, Jaden?
Yeah, so with the Barefoot Investor, he recommends setting up actual separate accounts. You know, back in the day, you might have had 3 jam jars on your desk on the countertop, and you might have put, of your $10 income, you put 20 cents here, 20 cents there, and 60 cents over there. This is much the same. But like Josh said, without getting too complicated, looking at all the different buckets, start super small. So from today, I'd recommend opening up an online savings account with a completely different bank that you don't use. You want to start, say, with 1% a month of your income, put that into that account every month. Then after 2 months, go to 2% or do 5% and slowly build up to eventually, some people are saving 40, 50% of their income into one of these accounts every month. But like I said, start super small, open an online saver with a completely different bank, start by saving 1% of your income every fortnight or month whenever you're paid, and put it automatically in that account today.
The next technique is when you get a pay rise is to consider that pay rise as savings. So let's say you're on $60,000, you get a pay rise to $65,000. That additional money, think of it as pure savings.
The way I've done this in the past actually is to contact my HR payroll and get them to put that money in a completely different bank account. Again, you can split your pay with a lot of employers. You can say, put $10 in this account and $15 in that account every month in every pay cycle. So like Josh said, if your pay's gone up that little bit more, put that extra money into a completely different account.
And finally, on the same technique, if you are considering taking up a side hustle, do the same thing. Our next technique, play great defense. And there's a man by the name of Ronald Reed, who at the age of 92 had a net worth of $8 million. And Jaden, he was an ordinary fellow by all means, but it was the strategy of playing great defense that got him ahead.
So like you can see from Ronald Reed, it's not about getting some high-flying executive position earning hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. It's actually about something everyone can do, and you can start doing today, is just by spending less.
So some of the ways we can do this is eliminate monthly subscriptions to buy used rather than new.
And it can get pretty confusing at the end of the month. You might just do a little bit of Uber Eats here and there and feel like it's not that much money, like $10 here, $10 there. The reality is what gets measured gets managed. So check out Pocketbook. It's a free app.
Using an offset account. So before we explain how you can save money on the offset account, let's delve into what an offset account is. Say you've got a mortgage of $100,000 and you have in your offset account, say, $20,000. So all an offset account is an invisible link between the two facilities, between your home loan in one end and your everyday account in the other. It means that you'll pay, instead of $100,000 in interest, $80,000 in interest.
So every day you've got an extra dollar in there, it's reducing your loan and therefore saving you interest and helping you pay off that loan way, way quicker.
So if you had a mortgage of $300,000 and an offset balance of $50,000 from the beginning, it would mean that that offset monies would save you almost 4 years in your 30-year term.
There are some limitations to offset accounts, so make sure you speak to your brokers. You want to make sure it's a 100% offset account. So some of them only do a partial offset account. So the most practical tip here, if you have a mortgage that has an offset facility, make sure all your pay, any credits, any money that you own is linked and is offset today.
Paying fortnightly and weekly, and this is a game changer. For a lot of people, it can save close to 5 years in repayments. In short, there's no secret to this technique except by paying more in your monthly repayments. And how it works is through 2 different methodologies. Each bank will have a different methodology. Some will use half monthly and others will use fortnightly. Depending on the one they use will really depend on whether you're getting ahead in your mortgage. The first one is half monthly, and it's very simple. It's your monthly payment divided by 2. That essentially allows you to pay 13 months in a year rather than 12. The other technique is using a fortnightly payment, and this is the one you want to avoid by all costs, because essentially what the bank does is that they'll take your annual repayments and divide it by the number of fortnights in a year, ultimately meaning that you're only paying 12 months in a year and thereby not paying off your mortgage quicker. In this example here, you can see that by paying half monthly, you actually pay off your mortgage in close to 5 years quicker.
So the numbers might seem a bit confusing on this one, but the reality is you just need to be trying to make one extra payment per calendar year on this, because it can knock off years from your mortgage.
Other ways to pay off your mortgage. Now, Jaden, there's a heap of different ways to pay off your mortgage. I think one of the easiest ways is to rent out a room.
There's a bunch of services online that make this a lot easier. Flatmates.com, for example, even realestate.com has this function for renting out a particular room. Check it out, because you could get another $100, $200, $300 a week for your spare room, and it's just going to go straight to your mortgage and help you pay it off. The other upside of that is you're going to split all your fees and your costs. So your power, your electricity, your gas, internet, all that stuff gets cut in half because you're sharing it with a flatmate. So some simple stuff like that can go straight on the mortgage.
The next technique is to never eat out.
Yeah, down the same vein, look at your lunch. I know a lot of the guys that I've worked with over the years will go out and spend money on lunch, and that is a huge saving.
The next one is before buying anything, give it a grace period. You'll be surprised by allowing time, 2, 3, even 4 weeks, to realize that that thing you were wanting, you actually don't need.
The next tip, back to my original point, check out Pocketbook and try and cut out some of those non-essentials. Can you share a Netflix subscription with a friend, Stan, all those other services? Maybe cut some of those costs there. And if you don't need it, if you haven't used it for a while, maybe cut it out. I know I tried this with my gym membership a couple of months ago.
And the final technique is to stay away from high interest debt. Whether it's car loans, credit cards, all those items are really going to stifle your progress when it comes to paying off your mortgage.
At Hunter Galloway, we're the home for home buyers across Australia. So if you're looking to refinance and pay off your loan quicker, we'd love to help out. There's no cost for our services. We help home buyers across the whole country. So hit us up at huntergalloway.com.au. We'll make getting your home loan easy.
And until next time, we'll catch you then.